Hi. So, what this is going to be NFL weekly picks at my work. I would put my phone on my phone stand right here. It's just a problem. My steering wheel is in the way, so we can't do that. Kind of wanted to. But we're going to look through the NFL weekly picks together. Also, it's actually kind of hot out. Yeah, hopefully this is going to be the start of something new. We're just going to look through every single NFL game. We're going to hopefully do it in less than 10 minutes. We're going to see if I can do that, though. I do kind of want to go through these quickly. I do tend to talk about this quite a bit. So, I'm going to try not to talk about it too long. So, let's go through this, shall we? Also, if you were new to this channel, House of Seahawks, though, I would love it. Oh, it's hot. Love it if you subscribe. That'd be awesome. I could really use it, though I did not update my studio the way I would like to. That's a process, so we're gonna work on that, though. But I would appreciate if you liked and subscribe. Crank the AC. And let's go through these games, shall we? So week 1, Cowboys, Eagles. Oh boy, yeah, Jerry Jones, you did something good there. Jerry Jones traded away Micah Parsons a week before the season started. The Eagles are the Super Bowl champions. I think the Eagles are going to win. Actually, I think they're going to kick their ass. Next one, Chiefs, Chargers on Friday. This one is on the YouTubes. My good friend Tom Grossi is going to be doing it. I've actually met Tom Grossi once, though. It was awesome. It's the Seahawks fan event that was amazing, though. Chiefs, Chargers. I'm actually not going to be watching much of this game. I'm going to be watching Hamilton in theaters, though. It's coming. It's going to be coming. I'm very excited for that, though. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs usually beat the Chargers. Hopefully the Chiefs can kind of go back to like that explosive offense. They've been kind of boring lately. Next one, Dolphins, Colts. Colts are starting Daniel Jones at quarterback. That does not give me any confidence whatsoever, and while I don't have high expectations on the Dolphins, I think the Dolphins are going to do enough. I don't think the Colts' defense is very good. Also, come on, get my phone higher, Matthew. Do better than that. There, I think that's better, though. But I'm not sure what the Dolphins are going to be, but I think the Dolphins are going to win. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins, though. Oh, this is going to be a fun one, though. Steelers-Jets. Aaron Rodgers back to New York, and Justin Fields is going to be playing his former team. I don't think the Jets are going to be very good this year. I'm not sure how good the Steelers are going to be. They're probably going to be 9-8 or something, though. But I think the Steelers are going to be good enough to win this game. Next, Panthers, Jaguars, though. It's an interesting one, though. Two teams that have modest expectations, but my gut is telling me the Jaguars are going to win. I'm going to go with the Jaguars, though. Panthers could win, though. Next one, Cardinals, Saints. I think the Saints are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. Cardinals, I think they're going to be kind of mid, though, but I think Arizona is going to be good enough to get this win. And also, the Saints are starting Spencer Rattler, so, yeah, you're really going to need the actual Saints on your side, so, yeah. Next one, Giants, Commanders. I think Commanders are going to be pretty good this year. I don't love their offseason, but I like it, though. You did get Scary Terry locked up, though. Russell Wilson's going to be starting. We're not going to see Jackson Dart or Jameis Winston just yet, though. But I'm going to go with the Commanders to win. Next one, Buccaneers, Falcons. This is a very, very interesting one, though. The Buccaneers were really good last year. Falcons started off really good, and then they collapsed. I feel like this is going to come down to whether Michael Penix is the real deal. We're not going to say the other name that one person called him, though. But I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. I could see the Falcons winning, but I'm not ready to pick them just yet. Bengals, Browns, though. The Browns, they shortened their quarterback roster down. I'm so disappointed, though. Yeah, the Bengals, you got Trey Hendrickson signed. Very good job. This might be shocking. I'm actually going to be picking the Browns in this one. The reason why I'm going with the Browns is because the Bengals usually go off to slow starts. I made the mistake last year by picking the Patriots, though, although most people pick the Bengals to win. But I am going to go with the Browns in this one, though. Next one. This is another interesting one. The Raiders-Patriots, though. Both teams maybe on the up and up, though. We're going to see how good Geno Smith can be with the Raiders, though. This is a very interesting one. I can see this one going either way. My gut is telling me the Raiders are going to win, so I'm going to go with the Raiders. Our first afternoon game, 49ers-Seahawks. So this is a bit of a toss-up of a matchup, though. I could see Seattle winning. I could also see San Francisco winning, though. The 49ers, it's been said that Christian McCaffrey's at full strength, which I just go, oh no, I don't like that very much. The Seahawks, though, it's really dependent on Sam Darnold and how good he can be. I think our defense is going to be really good. I am a Seahawks fan, so because of that, I'm actually going to be biased and pick the Seahawks. But I could see the 49ers win. But I really don't want to lose to the 49ers again, though. Although we beat them last year, which was awesome. Titans, Broncos. Titans, they're going to be rolling in with Cam Ward to the Mile High City. I think that Broncos defense is going to be really good. I think Bo Nix can take that next step up this year because Sean Payton usually does really good with quarterbacks unless it's Russell Wilson, though. I'm going to pick the Broncos. I think Cam Ward's going to have some problems in the Mile High. Then, oh my gosh, Lions-Packers, our first NFC North matchup. Every single NFC North matchup, in my opinion, is must-watch TV. This game is going to be really, really good. Of course, the Packers just getting Micah Parsons. The Detroit Lions, it all just depends on how good their coordinators are. But because the Packers just got Micah Parsons, I'm actually going to go with the Packers in this one, though. I know a bit of an upset, though. Shocker. Then we got the Texans and the Rams. Another very interesting one. This will probably be the only C.J. Stroud-Matthew Stafford matchup we're ever going to get because I think the next time they're going to play, I think Stafford will be retired, though. This one's also very interesting. Stafford has been dealing with some injuries, though. C.J. Stroud, no one really has a lot of expectations for them, mostly because they lost Stephon Diggs. There's no more Tank Dell. Obviously, that offensive line is probably going to be really, really bad. I'm actually going to go with the Rams in this one. I could see the Texans winning if Stafford is not all the way healthy, but this is another very interesting one. And then you got the game of the week, though. The Sunday Night Football matchup, Ravens-Bills, a rematch of their playoff game last year, though. And this one is probably one of the toughest games to predict, though. My gut is telling me the Ravens are going to win. Obviously, I think the Bills are a really good team. I could see the Bills winning, but I'm actually going to go with the Ravens. And then the final game of the season. Oh, well, I guess you just show where I work now. Final game of the week. This is the toughest game to predict. Vikings-Bears. How do you predict this? How do you predict this game, though? Both teams have some pretty big unknowns. The Bears at their head coach, kind of at quarterback, and then the Vikings completely unknown with their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, though. J.J. McCarthy didn't really get a lot of playing time in the preseason. I find that a little bit weird. Chicago showed some flashes, but there was also a lot of inconsistency, though. This one is very, very tough. It is going to be playing Chicago. I'm going to go with the Vikings, but this is a 50-50 matchup. I honestly don't know who's going to win. It's going to be very, very interesting. So that's going to be the end of week one. I will see you guys in probably about a week. And, no, it's only about 8 minutes. So, yeah, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Though, I will find a way to put that out for you, though. But, it's just Matthew Leininger, Matthew with 2 T's, Leininger, Leininger. It is a private account for now, so, I don't know. Maybe you'll just find my face and you'll be like, ooh, this guy's good looking. We gotta tell single girls about him, because I'm not. It'd be nice to get a girl. I don't have one yet. Anyway, see you guys. See you next week.